Welcome to King Says So, a channel that advocates for one Africa, one land, one Africa, one language, one Africa, one currency, one Africa, one army. I wish to witness Africans all around the world united as one in our lifetime. Enjoy.
At White Knot Technologies, we specialize in bags, embroidery, branded wear, and screen printing. We provide the finest quality for affordable price and fast turnaround time. We make sure you'll be satisfied with your order. Visit us at 18 Fisher Avenue, Epping.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy King 053, Mr. Easy Imali Nengi. Thank you once again for tuning in, guys. So this morning, as I was sitting at work, minding my own business, after I drank my coffee, I've got a ritual of drinking coffee with no sugar, black coffee with no sugar, every morning, to kickstart my day at work. And I check on my inboxes, my mails. There's an email there from a brother named Lloyd. And the email reads, "Good morning, King. I hope you are well. Thank you so much for asking. I am well, my brother." He says, "Did you notice that they opened," he didn't write case, "another case for Mr. Malema?" And then he sent me some videos, and as I was doing my research, I saw that it's about this animal cruelty issue, and he was actually speaking about the National Council of Societies for the prevention of cruelty to animals, the what you call the NSPCA. Okay, so yes, so I had to go do some research. I appreciate Brother Lloyd for making me aware of these things. You guys know that I don't have a TV, understand? So most of the stuff I catch it on things that are trending on YouTube. I'm a YouTube guy. I'm always on YouTube. I'm not heavily on social media like Facebook and Twitter. I do have accounts there, but I don't usually post as much as people do. I'm on YouTube. That's where I am. So I went to go and research what Brother Lloyd was talking about, and I found this interview by Kevin Tlatlane. Let's just quickly watch it, and I'm going to tell you what exactly is happening here. Then we come back.
The National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals has laid a criminal charge against EFF leader Julius Malema. It's after he slaughtered a cow as part of the party's recent 10th anniversary celebrations. We're joined now by the NSPCA's Grace Delanga. Grace, good evening. Thanks for your time tonight. So you've described that particular slaughtering as inhumane. Why?
So first of all, good evening to you and your viewers. I am not sure if you have seen the footage, but yes, we do see it as cruel and unnecessary suffering that took place. If you have seen the video, you will see that this poor animal has been stabbed over 11 times, and over 60 times that twisting of the pole has continued. So without a doubt, this animal suffered.
What is considered a humane way of slaughtering an animal?
So there's many humane ways of slaughtering an animal. Normally it will be like what's happening in abattoirs all over South Africa, is that they will be pre-stunned and then their neck will be cut. And that is seen as a humane method of slaughter.
So in terms of just applying it then to members of the South African public, we know that slaughtering takes place in this country for all sorts of reasons on a day-to-day basis. How do you apply sort of what you as the NSPCA consider as humane versus what may or may not be acceptable to ordinary members of the public? And the reason I'm asking that question is that this criteria, if there is a criteria that one is working off, what is that criteria?
So the NSPCA is not opposed to cultural or religious slaughter as long as it's done in a humane manner, which is actually done a lot throughout South Africa. And in fact, many of my own unit, the farm unit, and SPCAs throughout South Africa are often called out to go and help and ask communities will ask us, can you help us with the most humane way? And ultimately what you want is the death of an animal very, very quickly and in the most humane way possible.
So let's talk then about these charges that you have laid. What is it that you would like Julius Malema to account for?
So just the suffering of that poor animal, and we just want the justice system to run its course, and that for justice for all animals in South Africa. A lot of people forget, especially with farm animals, that the Constitutional Court in 2016 actually ruled that all animals in South Africa are sentient beings, meaning that they're animals that feel. And that's what we want at the end of the day, is justice for an animal that suffered.
In terms of previous success with similar cases, I mean, is this something that you deal with often? Do you have a track record of success in prosecuting where such matters have been prosecuted, rather?
So yes, we have had successful cases, and if you have a look, the Constitutional Court case that I just mentioned actually was initiated because of 3 camels that had been slaughtered for a religious occasion in the most horrendous manner. So yes, we have had previous successes.
And you're hopeful and confident that you'll have success yet again this time around?
I am confident that the South African judicial system will see that an animal has suffered, and that justice will prevail for all animals in South Africa.
Generally, do you think that there does need to be greater education, and I'm not speaking now in relation to this particular incident, but that there does need to be greater education amongst the South African population around, some of these standards that even an organization like yours speaks about and applies when it comes to the slaughtering of animals?
Look, I think with any sort of thing that you're doing, there's always, a role or a way for improvement. But it's already what we are doing. If you look at what we're doing at the National Council and even what SPCAs throughout South Africa are doing, they're going into communities. They are assisting where they can. They're educating, and that is the first thing. It's always we want to educate before prosecution, unless there is severe suffering.
All right, we'll have to leave it there then for tonight.
Okay, so after watching this interview, I was like, okay, I can hear the point that is being made here, because I did go and look for the video of Julius Malema slaughtering the cow. Fortunately, I can't play it here. I think YouTube will have also its own policies and everything. I went to go research a little bit and found out the law for animal slaughtering of animals in a cruel way was made in 1962 in South Africa, and this was just basically the Afrikaner, the Boer, the apartheid regime saying we African people slaughter too much. A child is born, we slaughter. A child is turning 1 year old, we slaughter. A child passes matric, we slaughter. A child graduates, we slaughter. People get married, we slaughter. People is their birthday, we slaughter. People die, we slaughter. So they never actually understood why Africans are so much in slaughtering, because they don't understand how we connect with our ancestrals and how our tradition actually works. Where's the traditional slaughtering for traditional initiations and all of those things? They don't understand. It is foreign to them. So hence they came to say, no, you guys are slaughtering animals in a cruel way. But funny enough, this lady then points out that a humane way to slaughter animals is like in the abattoirs, where they cut the head off. If you have been in the abattoirs and seen how they cut animals' heads off in a queue, like, yo, guys, I'm telling you, I'm not a sensitive person to animals. I was taught how to slaughter a cow when I was, how old was I? When my grandfather taught me, I was probably 15 years old. So I know why Julius Malema was struggling, because the reputation creates perfection in terms of what he was trying to do. If you go and search the video, you'll find it, guys. I can't play it here. So, and I'm not playing it because it's crucial. It's inhumane. No. It's nothing like that. It's just for YouTube. We are in partnership with YouTube so respecting their guidelines and everything. I'm not gonna play it, but it is not that bad. It's not that bad. You guys can go and watch it yourself. It's not that bad. So the first time I slaughtered a cow, 15, 16 years old, I struggled just the way Malema did. Then my grandfather introduced better knives. Grandfather introduced better techniques as I was growing up. So I now know how to slaughter a cow easily, a sheep easily, whatever the animal can be easily, because you learn as you go. So I don't think this is something that Julius Malema is used to. That's why he had to try 3 or 4 times, not 11, 13 times. No, there's no such thing. He tried maybe 4 or 5 times before he got it right. Because it's about an angle. You have to hit an acute angle to get to the brain and just regulate, and the animal will just be paralyzed, and then everything is fine from there. So yes, it's something that we do as Africans. But now here is my view. Why is it that the NCSPCA is taking Julius Malema to court? Julius Malema is in the radar for white people. Whatever Julius Malema does, they're going to try to frustrate him going forward up until the 2024 elections. They need to make sure that every step that is seen as wrong in their eyes, and that they have a slight chance to take him to court, that they do take him to court. This is to frustrate the leader. You guys understand what I'm saying? If you go on Twitter or Facebook, whatever, and search animals being slaughtered, you're gonna see many. They're not gonna go for all those people. They are coming for Julius Malema because they need to frustrate him to go to court. I know he's not gonna be frustrated. He's very strong-minded, and he's got good lawyers also in the EFF. So they're not gonna win this case because. Well, you say inhumane according to who? And when you say inhumane, you can't measure it. You understand? You can't measure inhumane. You can't say 2 steps were going to be fine, 3 steps are still okay, 4 steps you're pushing it, but 5 you're inhumane. You can't measure it. So that's what is happening here. It's white people showing us one more time again to say we are going to I almost spoke Afrikaans. We are going to keep you in line every chance we get. Go to these white farms and see how white farmers are teaching their children how to slaughter cows and how to do, and see how these cows are suffering. Slaughtering an animal is a skill that you develop after multiple times of doing it. And there is no license, there is no permit that you need to have for slaughtering a cow. So everyone can slaughter a cow. So in court, Julius Malema will be just saying, this was my first time, and I did 1, 2, 3. I don't think it was inhumane. The cow died. Did the cow complain? Where do you guys, who draws these lines? Understand? And Kathy was asking properly that have you ever won cases like this? I'm sure cases that they won was, I'm sure, with someone hitting a cow with an axe or something. I don't know. Because for me, if you cut a chicken's head off and it's running up and down, when I was growing up, we used to cut the chicken, leave it so that it can run up and down, and we used to laugh. I guess that is an inhumane way, according to the European people and the Dutch people. But for us, it taught us, because other people are even afraid to slaughter a chicken. But for us, it was life lessons being taught, being brave, being able to face blood. There's so many lessons that you get. I remember the first time I slaughtered a sheep, my grandfather was showing me how this animal, even in the point of the valley of death, still does not complain. And then I did what you call goat also, and he showed me the difference between the goat and the sheep. So I was learning. So don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. This is just what these people are supposed to be doing. We expect it from them. And you can see that lady they had there. I don't know why these people are not strategic. If the NPCC whatever A was strategic, they were going to send an African person as a representative there. But because I'm sure all African people are like, no, I'm not going to be the one who's going to speak to the media for this against Mr. Malema. No way. You go. You understand? And she gladly did the job. We know, we expect it from these people. No, we are not surprised. So, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you for Brother Lloyd. Brother Lloyd, I appreciate it. And because of you, I might just do one video request to by a subscriber each week. Because of you, my brother. You actually not the first person, but you're the first person recently that have said, listen, King, here's a story, cover it. So this one is purely dedicated to you, Brother Lloyd. Thank you so much for that request. So for those who want to speak to me, or you want to book me for talks, you want to book me for motivational speaking, public speaking, I do all of that, guys. You know, I'm an author myself of a book titled I Said Linna. So your boy is ready for any occasion. MCing, I do all of that, guys. If you want to get in touch with me, my email is right here, and you guys can just email me, and then we can get that ball rolling. Of course, it will come at the fee, guys. It will come at the fee, guys, because your boy is busy. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you to Lloyd one more time. And until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. And just know your boy King053, Mr. Easy Imale Neng Neng, salutes you.
Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoy the content, leave your thoughts on the comment section and hit the like and subscribe button, and we will meet on the next one.